Hey folks, how we doing? Happy Wednesday. I hope you're good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about 10 truths, home truths, and I'm going to go into details. I put this up as a post yesterday, but I want to put some context behind each one. We're not going to do 10 today. I'm going to do 5 today, 5 on Friday, so that we can discuss and talk about them. I hope that you can hear me. It's quite windy out here, but I'm hoping my mic's going to pull through on that. So let's get on with it. Welcome to the Rise to Thrive show. I am your host, James Boardman. If you do come through here, if you watch, even if it's just for a few seconds or minutes, what I want you to do is hit the love heart button. It just allows me to know how many people are coming through. And in the comments, what I want you to put is what is the proudest moment of 2022 for you so far this year? What is the proudest moment for you so far this year? And I want you to stick that in the comments, all right? And please do share with anyone that might be coming through. Before we crack into this, so we are doing a July 31 day challenge in our Brotherhood Elite, and we've invited 10 men to join us. We've got 3 places left to join us. So basically, the lads are going to train every day, no booze for July. They're going to write down something that they are really good at every single day, and they're going to do something for themselves personally to prioritise themselves every day. As well as that, you're going to be part of our accountability system, part of our structure, part of our Zoom coaching calls that we do every 2 weeks. You'll be part of that community for 31 days. It's a great opportunity at a steal of a price. Go and check it. It's on the link on the bio or just on the right up here. All right, so let's get into this top 10 of truths. It's in no particular order. So the first truth that I wrote down was you are dying every day. You are dying or getting closer to dying, and every day wasted is an opportunity missed to live. And I've been thinking about this an awful lot recently, and I've been thinking about every scenario that I come across in our day-to-day life. Okay, we're challenged, we face adversity, we are triggered. There's lots of different things that are really controlling our emotions and our mindset on a day-to-day basis. And the way that I have been summing up or how dealing with them recently is going, James, you're going to die at one point, at some time. Does this matter right now? Does this matter right now? Right? If I consume myself in this issue right now, how much time is it going to take away from me being able to live or focus on me or staying on my path? How much time am I going to consume dwelling in it, swimming in it? Or can I just go, it's not really an issue, let's just crack on? Do you know what I mean? Because I think we forget that. And I was looking at Dame Deborah James, who passed away last night. And I was thinking how inspirational that woman was. She had bowel cancer. She knew she was going to die, but yet she was inspiring millions and millions and raising millions and millions of pounds. And she really didn't waste a day. She didn't waste a day. And that's what I admired so much about her, is her tenacity, her ability to overcome adversity. The fact that she still was in the fight, that she showed up to the very last minute. And that's someone who is making the most of life despite facing certain death. And that's incredible. And if you can do that, and you haven't had that diagnosis yet, or you still have your whole future ahead of you, imagine what you could achieve with that mentality. Imagine what you could achieve with it. Okay, number 2, overthinking is killing you. And I put there, I bet you're even doing it about this post. There is no getting away from overthinking. Overthinking everything. Overthinking what people are saying. Overthinking a situation. Overthinking your future. Overthinking something someone said. Something your boss is doing. Something that's happening in the news. Something you're watching. And what ends up happening is our brains create our own version of what is happening. And quite often it ends up becoming a doomsday scenario, right? So it ends up becoming a worst case scenario when we're overthinking. And you overthink that situation, right? And you manifest this vision or this image of actually what is happening, and it isn't true. Like, I do it all the time about my, like, I wind myself up overthinking about situations that haven't even happened yet. And what it can do is create a real defeatist mentality and attitude to life, because you overthink, and the overthinking is doomsday overthinking. Then it puts you in a self-sabotage mode where you create drama, where you create your own pity party, your own victim mentality, and then you're on a spiral down here, right? And I don't think we can ever truly stop overthinking, because it's a powerful emotion. It's something that's quite powerful. But what you can do is recognize it and flip it. Let's go, right, I'm overthinking, stop. And the quicker you can recognize that, the quicker that you can deal with that. Does that make sense? But overthinking is a real crippler. It's a real crippler. You know, overthinking about changing a job, overthinking about whether a relationship's healthy for you or not, overthinking about to work out at the gym. Just go and work out. Just go and get your trainers on. Just start. So that's overthinking. This one's really important. Number 3, no one is coming to save you. You have to be willing. So you can't drag a horse to water, right? You literally wouldn't be able to move that. One thing I've learned with this job, and I've had to be kind of cutthroat with it, and I hate doing it, is that I can't save everybody. You just cannot save everybody. I can't make people see sense. I can't tell somebody how to change their life if they're not ready to listen. You have to be willing. There has to be that willingness to want to change. There has to be that willingness to get to the water, to see the light, to put the work in. And I've stopped chasing people now. I've stopped trying to convince people. I've stopped trying to pull people when they're not ready to be pulled. Because what it does, it takes energy away from the people that are willing. Do you know what I mean? It takes people away from that are showing up. It strips me of energy. I've got limited energy to deliver in my career when it comes to my business pillar. So what I want to do is have people that are willing in front of me. And if you're not willing, then come back when you are willing. But I'm not gonna bow down to your pity party. I'm not gonna bow down to your drama. What you've got to be willing to do is come and meet me halfway. My 2 rules to working with me at any point is meet me halfway and show up at 1% a day. It's not a lot to ask. But if you want to change your life, and you want to transform yourself, and you want to connect with your marriage, and you want to save your marriage, and you want to build those relationships with your children, and you want to build your personal development, and you want to thrive in your career and your business, then be willing to show up. Put some skin in the game. What I often see is a lot of people saying, oh, I can't afford this, I can't afford that. But yet then I hear about the BMWs that they're driving around, or the Sky subscription that they have. Listen, if you end up rock bottom, all of that materialistic stuff doesn't matter. Like, none of it matters. You are the asset of your life. If you don't nurture, care for that asset, it devalues. And suddenly it doesn't become an asset. It becomes a problem. So I think it's really, really important to understand that you are the asset of your own life. It's important. It's important. Okay, number 4. 99.9% of your problems aren't really problems. Like, guys, you don't really have problems. If you got told you got 3 months to live, you got a problem. Do you know what I mean? If you're in a job that you're not really happy with, that's not really a problem. You manifested it into a problem. Like, it's become an issue for you. You know, I think people get hung up and waste so much time on normal, everyday life situations and scenarios that they create problems from them. They manifest them into problems. And it's almost sometimes being, I just can't remember who said it, but it's almost becoming addicted to drama and allowing them to be problems. One of the things I've really worked hard on this year is really identifying two different boxes. Box one are things that I consider to be real problems. Box two are the things that I think are problems, but I'm going to put them in there to realise that they're not problems. And what this does is really helps in terms of knowing where my energy. There's nothing in my real problems box at the minute. Nothing. What I would consider a problem is something happening to me in terms of my health, something happening to my family in terms of their health. World War III, right? Those type of things would be that scenario. Everything else is just normal life. And if there is a problem, there is a solution. So let's just get on with it rather than dramatising it. Okay, number 5, last one for the day. No one is judging you. They are simply exposing their insecurities. I feel like a lot of people don't really show up as much as I feel they could, because they fear judgment. They fear what other people think. And really, all it's doing is showing your strength by showing up and actually exposing everyone else's insecurities. Because when we judge people, we're really exposing those insecurities we have by looking at other people. So if I look at a guy, super rich, young, attractive, right? I'm just
pace 28 minutes 5
Siri interrupting here. I'm really looking at it going, well, I'm not really secure in myself. So I'm looking at that guy, so I'm going to judge him. I'm going to say, you're a bit of an arse, just because he's fit, right? Just because he's got a six-pack, just because I think my missus will find him more attractive than me. That means I'm not secure in myself. So that judgment is a direct reflection of my own insecurity. If you go around judging people, really it's saying more about you than it is them, you know? So don't do it, and don't fear it. Don't fear it. Be you, go all in on you, and let people either admire you or judge you. Either way, you're going to die, so it doesn't matter, right? Alright, guys, so Friday we're going to do the second 5. I hope this has been beneficial for you. Let me know what you think of it. It'd be great to hear if you like this type of content. I think it's good to share it. I don't think I couldn't really get the impact that I wanted from the post. So I wanted to do it on this live and Rise to Thrive show and just talk about some of these things that get in our way, right? Anyway, listen, have an amazing day, and I'll see you Friday.